Red Dead of a doesn't he?
Just look at flashbacks.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think that pen was a thing where he states he was just toying around with them.
It's
That's
just, bro.
strange.
Hold on, I'm finna get it. Let's send them all at once.
Yeah. Can I just give a case? Like, I can grant the scan and just give a case. Why it's just false?
Which scan are you granting? There's like three. I'm finna send.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, I'm finna send them now. All right, send them in general.
Where are these from? His movements were so fast that Himejima second and Sanemi lost their sight on them.
First one's from the novelization. Second one, obviously, from the manga. Third one's from the second data book.
Okay, you said the first one is from the what?
From the novels, the novelization of the series.
Oh, well, he was moving so fast they lost sight of him. That was during the long sword fight. That's fine. I'd grant that.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
why is this index a longsword?
That's the only time it makes sense. We literally know there's a perception blitz during there. So I would attribute it to that
Uh,
unless you have any reason to point it anywhere else.
that's not a perception blitz. At
I
least
can
not
show you
both
in a
of them.
longsword fight where they dead ass get perception blitz, bro.
Hey, go ahead and show that. You're never proving they get perception blitz. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
definitely. Bro. Yeah.
Well, I know you're not finna send the scan where Gyomi reacts to the attack.
He does not react to that attack, gang. How do I tell you?
Okay. He reacts to this attack. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Wait, do you like hold on, I'm gonna send you the panel that comes immediately after this. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
then immediately after where it says he protected his hand,
Yeah, that means he reacted to the attack.
that means his chain was there. Hello?
What
Like,
the
what are we
fuck?
talking about?
Wait. So you think that his chain was just like in the way of Sonomy, like it was coincidentally there in front of the attack and he didn't throw the chain there?
Yeah, we see his hand isn't even in the motion to throw it. We see when he gets hit, his chain is just right there.
What wait, why can't his chain
And
just
then that's
be
supported by right after where they can barely keep up with it from a distance.
Wait, hold on, bro. Back to the first thing. Why is his chain like? not to the side of Sonomy? Like, why is that ball? You see what a ball is? Why is that not past Sonomy?
Hmm. You said it's not past enemy.
I'm saying in the scan you sent, you saying that there's no indication of like him moving the chain towards Sonomy. In the scan you sent, the chain can be perceived as being past Sonomy.
Hmm.
Yeah, like that doesn't make any fucking sense for Sonomy to say, "Oh yeah, he moved his chain in the way of the attack to protect me." That doesn't make sense. That's just not coherent at all.
Yeah, obviously, because who's the one moving the chain? The chain isn't moving on its own. So Guillaume is the one moving the chain. But then while he's moving the chain, Kokoshiba throws out an attack faster than the ones before,
Wait. So
and they
would you agree
aren't
that
able
like
to move it. And they
would you
even
agree
state
like
things like they're
Sonomy?
barely able to keep up with it. So go on.
What the fuck? The scan implies that Sonomy can perceive him moving the chain in the way of the attack.
They
That's not a
perceive the
perception
chain
blitz.
being in the way. Like, hello? It
What
doesn't
the fuck?
perceive the attack. They literally are still staring forward, not even trying to block.
Oh my goodness! Just because Sonomy can't react to the attack, that doesn't mean he can't perceive it.
Hmm. Well, there's other instances of perception, but this doesn't. He
Okay,
said
yeah.
because he can see
What's
the.
another instance?
He
Because you're
said
not
because he
finding
can
another one.
see Guillaume. He said because he can see the chain. Then this is it. I mean, either way, even if we grant you that interpretation, why does this have to be in reference to base Kokoshiba? Everything you're saying just isn't has no basis.
What the fuck? Wait. The novel statement that I sent. I'm not saying that that's in reference to base Kokushiba. I never said that.
Oh, you're saying it's reference to longsword? Then it's not a problem.
No, I'm not. I don't think it's in reference to longsword. I think that this scan from the novels is indexed to the second one that I sent when he's in monster and he perception blitzes them.
Oh yeah, I grant you that.
So you grant this.
Yeah.
So you grant that in monster form he perception blitzes Guillaume and Tommy.
Yes.
Okay, what the fuck? So they don't scale to Koku.
They go to base Kokoshiba.
What the fuck? Wait, you think monster is stronger than base Kokushiba?
Hell yeah.
Why?
I can show you panels. They put him on the back foot, like I was saying. And even Longsword is way stronger than base Kokoshiba. We see as soon as he enters the long form, they can't even respond. They're getting blitzed over and over. It can
Okay,
barely
so
react.
what's in question is whether or not monster is or whether or not like yeah monster is like stronger than base or longsword. I can agree that like when he's in longsword he can be putting out more effort, but the original contentions I have with the argument is that he's not trying to such a degree that if he wanted to he would perception blitz them at
Yeah, there's
any
no
moment.
reason to accept that. So when we're looking at what how we should read this abductively, we're gonna say, well, there's no reason to accept that he was holding back. There's a reason the contrary. A, he was getting pressed, and they were doing what they want to him at will, which we see in the 1v1s. Even when Kokoshiba is not trying in the ones, he doesn't let you get the upper hand. He fights back. This is kind of the whole point. So if he's getting pressed and they're able to just run up, cut off his ear, they're combo attacking him, they're making him run and fight on his heels, then the whole he would try harder. But he goes into a stronger form, which indicates that that was his strongest instead of just trying harder. Because we see him just
Yo,
try harder in when they both jump him, and he even says to Sonomy he wants to try harder, like in a
so
one
what
v
the
one.
fuck?
This is
This doesn't help you. If I'm saying that, okay, yeah, he can try harder, but this doesn't necessarily entail that he's trying to the fullest degree, dude. Like
yeah.
he
I
can
already
toy with
already
these
gave
he can
already.
toy with these characters as a scan that you have already granted states. He can toy with them and mess around with them and let them think that they can get close to beating him or decapitating him or whatever. But as I said, if he wanted to, then he could have just perception blitzed them whenever he wanted. Like if I'm playing a fighting game with my brother and I'm just like massively above him and he fucking sucks, like he's fucking ass. I can lower my level and allow him to like have some fun and play the game with me. But whenever I want, I can just end the shit and cook his ass. I think it's the same situation here.
I mean, no, it would be like you're playing a fighting game and go from a character, you playing a bad character and your brother starts beating you, and then you pick a character that's like 10 times better. Obviously, that indicates you can't beat him on that character. I think that would be the normal reading. There's no basis to interpret it otherwise, and I have
What's
foundation
in
to
question
interpret
is
it the
whether
way
or
I'm
not that
interpreting it. Let me
they're even
finish. Let
fucking
me
pressing
finish.
him in the first
Let
place,
me
P.
finish. Let me finish. I can send you the panels where he's pressing him, but the whole point is to say
Yo, hold on, I'm
if
lagging.
Mhm.
I was lagging. You can say that again.
Yeah, my whole point is that how we're going to interpret things is with foundation. If my belief has foundation or reason to believe something, they're going to take it over your view, which has no reason to believe.
Wait,
And my
what's the foundation
foundation
for your belief
for
again?
my interpretation is the fact that in the 1v1s, we see him able to keep up with them, right? Like when Sonami starts doing good, he starts trying harder to adapt to their strength. But when they jump him, when Guillaume steps in, who he admits is stronger than Sonami, he tries harder to keep up with Guillaume. And then when both of them jump in, he tries even harder. The whole point is to say he adjusts his level to relative to who he's fighting. So if in his base form he's getting pressed, then he would adjust himself to the level if he can. But we see that he just keeps getting pressed, and instead of trying harder, he goes into a new form, which indicates that he was going all out in that first form. There's reason to believe that, versus the contrary.
Oh my, oh my goodness. What's in question is whether or not he's getting pressed in the
Yeah, we
first
can move
place.
on. I sent the panels.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, where's the
They
panels? Oh
slam
wait.
his sword into the ground. They start getting closer to cutting his hair off, and they walk up and cut his ear off. He's constantly on the back foot. When before he was fighting them, just staying there. It was back and forth. No one was
And
on the offense or defense.
why can't he just be holding back here?
I already gave you a reason to believe he's not.
Yeah, hey, do you think that like when he's in this situation, like his life is just like in danger?
I didn't say that.
Okay, so I don't see why you would need to go all out. If they're not an active threat, I don't see
We
why
can
you need to
move on.
try.
I already gave you argument.
All right, man. Yo, who's judging this shit?
Man, this debate ass nigga, no one judging it.
Whoever that nigga is, bro. I don't care, Trevor.
Oh shit, that's Whyfun, bro.
Or we can just move on.
Oh
Either
yeah.
way.
Also, fuck, I forgot, bro. Also,
Please.
to add on to my previous points, I think Gyu and Sonomies are equal, which just adds on to why he's holding back.
I mean, there's no reason to believe that, and this would just disprove it. So,
Wait, no reason to believe that Gyu and Sonomy are equals.
yeah,
I can send a scan.
go ahead.
All right.
What, you're gonna show them working together?
Nope, that shit's buns. I don't know who uses that.
There you go.
What did you send? Oh, he sent this. Hashra training when the wind Hashra and some you train with the water Hashra, they're evenly matched. Yeah, I can grant this. This doesn't matter.
What the fuck? Okay, so wait, do you know how like the sequence of events of the story happens? Yo, hello, nigga, muted.
What would you say?
Yeah. So I said, are you aware of like the sequence of events of the story, like
Yeah,
how they
it's
happen?
offshore training.
Yeah, and right after this fight, they go into the Infinity Castle.
Yeah, there's not right after, but it's definitely not right after. And
Okay,
either way,
why not?
we
The
can
fuck?
say growing in strength. Their growth wasn't linear. Then, like the same wasn't applied to both when they gained their marks and see through world.
You think what the
Either way,
fuck? You think marks are you think the marks amp differently?
I mean, okay, this would explain the data. Cause like, there's many. I'm saying there's many ways we can take this to keep it consistent with what I'm saying.
So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna need an argument for that shit.
An argument for what? That they scaled. There's no art. There's no scan which says they scale equally or relatively.
What the marks?
Yep.
Mm, I mean, I think it's implied.
There's nothing that implies that. But anyway,
Oh yeah, how do you think
like,
the marks work?
how do I think the mark works?
Yeah.
It provides a boost to the Slayers. I don't know what you mean. How does it work?
Okay, yeah, like via what? Like how do they attain the mark?
Wasn't it stated in the Hashra training that like you have to be in like a near death scenario? Not a near death, but you have to. Your body has to be at like a certain temperature and stuff like that. I forgot
Yeah,
exactly what's done. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So
But the Demon Slayer mark isn't some natural thing, so it doesn't matter.
why does it being natural or not matter?
Yeah, because then it can vary from person to person. I mean, that's kind of my hope. It can vary from Slayer to Slayer, or even the XP gained off of fighting. So, like you getting
What? Yeah,
slammed
I
by
don't.
Akaza and base Koku being able to like blitz Akaza while not trying. So all of these
Yeah,
point to what I'm
that's
saying.
how the argument goes, man.
I mean, you're saying that's because you're
You, yeah, like Gyu and Sonomy, obviously equal in base. Marks should be the same. There shouldn't be like a
I
significant
wouldn't even say
difference.
they're equal in base. I just gave you a basis said otherwise.
What the fuck? Yeah, what was that?
Base holding back Kokushibo, being able to blitz Akaza and Doma.
That's fine. I agree.
Yeah, and then based on if he fights him, is able to keep up.
That's what's the question, man.
Cool. What, holding back Kokushibo?
Yeah,
You want me to show you him keeping up with him? I think that's pretty obvious that he is.
yeah. Him, he can. It can seem like he's keeping up with him. If he's holding back, it wouldn't matter.
I already we granted that he's holding back. I said base holding back Kokushibo. He's more casual because he's literally just walking somewhere when he perception blitzes Akaza and Doma. But when he's with Sonami, he's fighting someone who he thinks is strong. So obviously that would give him more inclination to try at least the same, if not more.
Like, you think Koku thinks that Sonomi's stronger than Akaza?
He views him as I said he views him as strong, but when in reference to him blitzing
Wait.
Akaza,
What?
when he
When
blitzed
does he say
Akaza, he
that?
was leaving the castle. He was walking away. Yeah, I can show you. He says Sonami is one of the strongest, his strongest he's fought since the golden era, and it makes him want
Never
to try
trust that
harder.
shit.
Yeah, I got you. Yo, whoever's breathing in their mic too.
Server muted that nigga.
Yep, the servant meet him down.
Nobody want to hear that shit.
All right. Let me grab that. Writing and okay. And here, I'll send it in general. These are the two scans I'm referencing. This one and this one.
Yeah, this doesn't mean he views sodomy as strong, dude. Nowhere
Literally
in
does.
here does it state that. Okay, yeah, what's the implication?
He's like, he's keep going my sword techniques. The feeling is so nostalgic, it makes me want to try harder. And he says, a long time ago, when the whole country was at war, like this, yes, against the Windhasher as well, I improved my techniques. So he views him as a worthy opponent, which is what I'm saying. He reminds him of the golden age of Hashira.
What the fuck? Fighting against the Wind Hashira can make him feel nostalgic. That doesn't mean that sodomy's
It
fucking
makes him want to
strong, dude.
try harder. It makes him want to try harder. And it says, when he improved his technique when the whole country was at war. You don't improve your technique against someone who's terrible. You just beat them with your current technique. But if you have to try and beat him in different ways, then obviously that'll make you more
You think in this
improve your
moment
technique.
Koku improved his technique?
Yeah, he does. He started beating on Sodom. He literally, as soon as he says that, he knocks
No,
him away. I can show
no. I
you the
think
panel
he's.
right after.
I know what happens after this. I think he's just indexed to back then when he was training against the Wind Hashira and improved his technique. Doesn't mean that he necessarily in this moment right here improved the technique.
I mean, he says he wants to improve. He said he remember improving his technique and he wants to try harder. And then he completely like destroys him. What do you think that means? I mean, a normal reading would tell you that yes, what it is. There's some basis to interpret it this way. You would just
That's
interpret as these
fine.
two events
That's
are
fine.
unrelated and random. It doesn't
Uh,
make sense.
That's fine. He can try harder again. It wouldn't matter. He can increase his output, but as you've already agreed, base Koku is still holding back.
Okay. I mean, I would just appeal to the theoretical virtue of consistency and coherency to why my argument's stronger. We have stronger priors.
What the fuck? What priors?
I told you multiple of them, like him being casual against Akaza. He's literally just trying to leave the castle. He's not going anywhere important, but here he's fighting someone who he views as strong.
But you say that like Koku, like we see Koku and Nok as a fight.
We see him leave, and that's perception blitz when he leaves the castle
Okay, yeah. But how does this help your argument?
because he's casual. He's not trying, and against Sonami, he's he's trying harder than walking away,
They're
especially
actively
against someone
engaged
that's
in
strong.
combat.
All of
What
those
the fuck?
priors
That's
for
not
nothing.
analogous. What are you talking about?
I, when you're trying to walk away or leave a situation, are you trying harder than when you're fighting someone who you view as strong? Hello?
That's fine, but this doesn't entail that fucking Sonomy stronger than Akaza, dude. He's just walking away. Like I could understand if Akaza and Kokushibo were in a fight and like Kokushibo was just like casually, you know, like no diffing him
Why
and
does
like
that
not
matter?
saying shit.
Why does that matter?
Because
Why
you're
does it
because
matter if you're in a fight or
you're
not?
trying to you're trying to like equate him walking away to like him I guess trying less against like him fighting against Sonomy, and then you're trying to say, oh well, it looks like he's trying harder here, so Sonomy must be above Akaza. Like what?
Yeah, why does him fighting Akaza matter? Because your perception speed remains the same no matter what.
Bro, I'm saying you're trying to take these two scenes that have two completely different contexts and say one character is stronger than the other. I'm
The two
saying this shit
context
doesn't
doesn't
correlate.
matter because if we take the perception speed, which is stagnant, and if Kokushibo, well, being casual is faster than that, and then we have Kokushibo not being casual here, then clearly Sonami would be faster. So we can move on. I'm tired of going at nausea.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit don't matter. What did you say to Koku like perception blitzing them in monster form again? Like, what was your argument
Monster
against that?
Goku is stronger.
Why is he stronger?
Stronger than what? Because he
Why is
perception
monster
blitzes them.
That's begging the question. Why is Monster Koku stronger than his previous forms?
Because he perception. I mean, you're saying it's begging the question, but it's not begging the question. Because
It
again,
is.
all the whole prior argument was to go over whether we have any justification to say whether he was holding back in these forms. So if we look at this without any, well, being neutral to both views, and we look at the evidence behind or the reason to believe any view, then yours has no reason to believe it, while this view says that they were pressing him and they're able to beat him. Then even Longsword is able to, they're able to react to Longsword, Blood Demon Art, yet they're not able to react to that. Like he perceptionless, yet they're able to perceive Longsword Fukushima.
Oh my
All of
god,
these things would
that's
point towards what
if
I'm
he's
saying.
trying. What the fuck? All that is in question.
All of what you're just saying, like this is such a low tier tactic. All of that's in question. You guys
Yes,
don't
because you're
understand
saying
abduction. You guys don't understand interpretation. How do you view a book? Like this is my whole point is we have no reason to assume he's holding back. We're gonna assume that he's going all out, especially if he's using his stronger techniques.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. We can conclude.
Yeah, sure.
You wanna go first, man?
There's nothing to say. Like I feel like what I just said wrapped up my argument.
I mean, honestly, we can just like leave it here. Uh, wait, Rami, are you like recording this shit? Yo, Rami, this nigga left the VC. Oh, you are recording? Yeah. This nigga Whyfun left the VC, bro. I'm not gonna lie, just end rec, and we'll just send that shit to somebody. They can judge that shit.